Dear students, in the previous video we learned that up to exercise 3.1. Now in this video we have to learn that graphical representation of linear polynomials. So before explaining the topic, so you have to know that the Cartesian plane, that means coordinate plane. Okay, then what is the points? I mean, how to represent any point on the Cartesian plane. Okay, let's we explain that points. Okay, Cartesian plane means the plane which is divided by the two perpendicular lines is nothing but Cartesian plane. Now is the plane a flat surface which extends in all directions is nothing but plane. So when I draw the two lines, two perpendicular lines is the x-axis. What here I drawn that horizontally in a plane is nothing but x-axis, and this vertical line is nothing but y-axis. So both are perpendicular to each other. Okay, they are mutually perpendicular, and where they will be intersect is nothing but origin. The two lines x-axis and y-axis where it will be intersect is nothing but origin. Now these two axes will divide the plane into four equal regions, called it as quadrants. QUADRANT quadrants. So which is denoted by Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. And then each and every point which lie on this Cartesian plane is represent one ordered pair. If you take any point in this plane, then each point is represent as one of the ordered pair. So the general form of the ordered pair is plus or minus x comma plus or minus y. Okay, what is meant by order pair? Why it is denoted as plus or minus x comma plus or minus y? Is a pair of values which we have to keep inside. I mean, pair of values which we keep inside the brackets. Okay, is the that first value shows as the x value, x coordinate, and then second value will taken as that y coordinate. So the values will be either plus or minuses. I mean either positives or negatives. So now in this ordered pair x comma y, in the ordered pair x comma y, x is called the first coordinate or abscissa, and the y is called a second coordinate or ordinate. So I hope you understand. So when you draw that any two perpendicular lines in a plane, then that plane will becomes as perpendicular plane or Cartesian plane. Okay, then the two lines where it will be intersect is nothing but origin. Each and every point which lie on the Cartesian plane is represent as one ordered pair. In ordered pair, the first value is taken as the x coordinate and the second value will taken as the y coordinate. So both either it will be plus or minus. So that's why I wrote that plus or minus x comma plus or minus y should keep in brackets, common brackets. So in this x comma y, in this order pair, that x is called the first coordinate or abscissa, and the y is called the second coordinate or ordinate. What is the name of that y coordinate? Is the ordinate. And then the point of intersection of x and y axis, the two axes where it will be intersect is nothing but origin, which is denoted by O. Okay, the coordinates of origin is O 0, 0. So I hope you understand. Now in this Cartesian plane, I will show that how to locate a point in the Cartesian plane. Okay, so when I take a point here in this quadrant 1, so it is denoted as 2, 3. Is a point 2, 3, which is denoted by point A. Is the x value 2 and then y coordinate value is 3. That means is the distance of 2 units from y axis and 3 units from x axis. ఇది x axis నుంచి 3 units distance లోను, y axis నుంచి 2 units distance లోను ఉంది. So it is denoted as 2, 3. Wherever, I mean, in the second point B, 6, 8. Here that x coordinate is 6 and that y coordinate value is 8. So whatever the points what you taken in the first quadrant, both x and y coordinates values will be the positives. I mean x coordinate value is positive and even y also positive. And then what are the points which lie on the second quadrant? That x coordinate value will be the negative and the y will be the positive. Why? Because they lie on the based on the, I mean those points which lie on this q2 are the based on the negative x-axis and the positive y-axis. I mean I have to write this point C as minus 2 comma 2. Why? Because here that x coordinate value is minus 2 and then y coordinate value is 2 C, and then point D minus 5 comma 4 minus 5 comma 4. So whatever the points which we taken in the second quadrant, that x coordinate value will be the negative and then y coordinate value will be the positive. So next in third quadrant I taken here the points E and F. Point E and F. Okay, E point is minus 4 comma minus 5. Minus 4 means from here to origin starting point, minus 4 means x coordinate is minus 4 and then y coordinate. So from there onwards I have to move vertically 5 units, right? So is the minus 5 in down. Okay, is the minus 4 comma minus 5. It belongs to third quadrant. And F minus 3 comma minus 2, x value minus 3 and even y value is minus 2. So from these points what we observed is, first in this ordered pair, first I taken that x coordinate value and then y coordinate value, right? So in first quadrant both the x and y values are the positives, and in the second quadrant that x value is negative and the y coordinate value is positive. In the third quadrant both the x and y coordinates value will be the negatives. In the fourth quadrant x values so those points which lie on this Q4 are based on the positive x-axis and the negative y-axis. So all the x coordinates values will be the positives and the y coordinates values will be the negatives. I mean x values anni positives ayi untayi, negative values anni, I mean x y coordinate value downwards kabatti, so that y coordinates values will be the negative. Is the plus 3 minus 4, is the plus 6 minus 5. Okay, so I hope you understand. So now from this what we observe that we know that any point which lie on this quadrant, I mean q1 means both the positives and then q2 means x coordinate is negative and the y coordinate is positive, and in the third quadrant both the x and y coordinates values is negative, and in the fourth quadrant x coordinate is positive and the y coordinate value is negative. Okay, then what about the points? So now we know that the points which lies on the quadrants, and then what about the points which lie on the coordinate axis? Okay, if I taken that points which lie on the x-axis, here I taken that some points. The first point is 1 comma 0 here, 1 comma 0, and then 4 comma 0, and this one is 7 comma 0, and this one is minus 1 comma 0, is a minus 3 comma 0. That means whatever the points which whatever the points which lie on the x-axis, that y coordinate value will be the 0. So that means y is equals to 0 is called the equation of x-axis. Y equals to 0 is called the equation of x-axis. And the points which lie on the y-axis, that x coordinate values will be the 0. So by taking here is the 0 comma 2 and the 0 comma 5, 0 comma 6. I mean I taken the points which lie on the y-axis.